Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's definitely been a while since last I saw you guys in that really close game against Bayern, actually. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend that you go back and watch it because, ooh, it took the team back to their glory days, didn't it? Anyway, since then, we've played quite a lot of matches. I wasn't expecting us to play that many, to be honest. It just kind of happened, but I'm happy that it did. We've had a we've had a really I would say that we've been doing really well, better than I expected. It's been an up and it's been a little bit of a down, but mostly up. So anyway, we kept going. We took on the leaders at the time of the league, Jan Regensburg, and we beat them handily 4-1. Winsheimer with 2 goals, Onana scoring a goal, and Hinterseer as well. Moving on, we went to Nürnberg, which was a pretty disappointing draw, all things considered. Considering it was away, I'm not too bothered by it, but I would say it's definitely points that were missed. Then we played a friendly against Jablonek, which Winsheimer got a hat trick in. Then we went up against Osnabrück. It was a very close match. We had to come back from behind. They scored in the 41st minute, but we came back. Winsheimer with a penalty and Hinterseer really close to the end of the game. Then we had some pretty disappointing performances. I mean, losing 2 matches in a row by 1 goal, especially this one, for example, where we actually equalized close to the end, but unfortunately they scored in just the last minute. Honestly, this is one of those issues that I've had a bit with this team, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that our players' concentration, again, is so low. It's usually, I mean, it's those last minutes when they switch off, that the team really can use that to their advantage and get those late kind of bull crap goals, but you know how it is. Here, kind of the same thing. We actually took the lead in this one. Then they took the lead, we equalized, but in the 66th minute, they scored again. After that, however, I went back to basics, and we've been playing well since then. A 3-2 win, a 2-1 win, 1-0 win. We won't, as you might be noticing, there's a pattern. We only win by like a goal. We never win by more. And it's honestly because I don't want to risk it, to be quite frank with you. Just because the defense switches off so easily, I have to put a lot of focus on protecting them. And of course that means I can't go too offensively, right? So that's unfortunately the situation there, but as long as we're doing well, I'm happy. As you can see right now, we played one match fewer than pretty much everyone else. We're at 42 points. If we win today, we'll be at 45, being in third place, just ahead of Fortuna Düsseldorf. As you can see, it's really tight at the top, and I'm really hoping that we're gonna have a chance to snatch the first place towards the end. We've been doing really well to stay with Hannover up until this moment, to be quite honest. Looking also at some of the transfers, because we actually went through the winter transfer period. I can say that I've been trying to get rid of quite a few of the deadwood, so to speak. We had Aaron Hunt, for example, who was on a big contract. Terrible physicals, 34 years old, didn't have a future with the club. I thought, you know what, it's better to get him off our books, reduce our wages a little bit. So we pawned him off to Fortuna Düsseldorf. Let's actually take a look at all of the actual transfers. Question is if I remember how to do that. Yes, there we go. So some of these transfers had already happened as the game started, but the important one is Aaron Hunt, which I sent out for basically nothing, just to get him off of the books, and Klaus Jasula, which he was sent off just because I didn't see him playing much. He was kicking up a bit of a fuzz. He wanted to have more game time. You know how it is. Send him off to Sandhausen on a loan where they're at least paying 90% of the wages. So that's good. Apart from that, we got in, let's see here. Yes, we got Thomas Eisfeld, who I thought was pretty decent right-sided winger. He's right-footed. Looking at him, if we compare him to the right-sided wingers we had before him, we had Bakary Yatta. I mean, he's been doing well, but looking at him, looking at his stats, he's not really good when it comes to the offense, and that was something I really felt like we had to improve. It's I don't really see the point of having a defensive winger. To me, that doesn't make much sense, especially considering behind him we have Wagnerman, who's a really promising wingback, and he should be able to do all of that himself. So I thought Eisfeld was a bit of a different player who had more of an attacking sense to him. So I was pretty happy to bring him in, and also Christopher Antwi Adjej, who I'm also really happy we got in. We played against him because he was for Paderborn and he scored against us. But I brought him in. Same sort of thing. On the left we had Sonny Kittel, right? In the case of Kittel, Kittel is still the better offensive player, as you can see. What Antwi Adjei has that's a bit different is he has speed. And also he's a little bit, well, he's almost the same age. I just thought he was a good rotation option. And since he's come in, I think he's been doing really well. As you can see, he's played 7 matches, scored 4 goals. So I'm really very happy about that. Eisfeld, looking at his stats, he scored 1 goal so far, and that was actually on his debut. So that's pretty fun. Apart from that, we also got Van Drongelen back from injury. Not really a fantastic player, mostly because of the concentration part again. But looking at him, he's really weak in the air. He's 185, not that tall for a defender. 11 jumping reach, it's quite low. And then his teamwork, heading, positioning, not the best. So in the air, I'm not going to expect much from him. And the sad thing is, if you're not good in the air, in my opinion, as a defender, you need to make up for that with speed. And that's something he doesn't have either. 11 acceleration is not very good. 14 pace, sure, he has more pace, but he needs time to reach that, and you don't have a lot of time as a defender. You need to be quick. Yes, so that was, I think, what I wanted to talk about. Today, we're going up against Würzburger Kickers in a very interesting match, I think. We're gonna be away. I haven't decided yet. We've been playing a lot with the 4-4-2, and I went through the. I was thinking of playing with a 4-3-3 again, actually with Onana in the deep lying playmaker role. But I think we're gonna stick with what's been working out. So we're gonna put Winsheimer on the left there. We're going to put on Terodde but next to him. We're gonna have Dudziak in the box-to-box midfield. Onana is gonna play the advanced playmaker. I like Onana a lot, I have to say. Antwi Adjei on the left, and then I'm gonna play Eisfeld on the right. Bakary Yatta will be on the bench. Then we play Van Drongelen and Ambrosius. This partnership, I just want to point out, they're not, as I maybe said before, but neither of them is actually that good in the air. Same with Ambrosius. He is 182, not that tall either. 13 jumping reach is at least a little bit better, but 13 heading, 14 positioning, he might do a little bit of a better job, but he's definitely not strong in the air. That was something that Leistner had. Putting Van Drongelen on is just because I want to play more of a ball-playing defensive style. I want to play out of defense instead of just hoofing the ball up. You know what? We might actually. Why don't we try that in this match? But that means also that out of possession, I want to push higher up because I don't want to give them the opportunity. If we defend down here, then obviously what's going to happen is they're just going to hit crosses and Van Drongelen is going to lose all of them, right? So that's not a good idea. So I want him to engage a little bit earlier just to make sure that his aerial weakness is not that big of an issue. Apart from that, let's see, David Kinsombi, do I maybe want you today? Yeah, I think I probably want you over Higher. Not really a big fan of Higher either. It's strange, I don't like any of the players that Hamburg actually bought in real life, but it is what it is. I think we're ready. Let's get into this. So let's see, what is Würzburg gonna play with? That's the team sheet. I'm going to say, hey, Let's see. I fully expect you to keep our run going. They that went mild. The crowd goes mild, as you can see. No one really hyped for that one. Don't really care about your questions. Let's check. They're playing a very defensive system today. From the looks of it, they've gotten 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win in the last few games. We're playing the standard 4-4-2, the way we've been playing for most of the season. Hoping, look at that, hoping we can take a 3rd place spot after this, just behind Hannover and Bochum, I think it was. Didn't really pay attention. Let's see, the match starts. Hopefully, I'm gonna actually lower the speed a little bit because I noticed that it was a little bit difficult to see on the videos before. So far, we've had 2 shots, 0 on target. We've been connecting our passes pretty well. Players are pretty mild. Let's demand a little bit more from them. Eisfeld didn't like that. Yeah, but so far I think we're definitely in control of the match. Here we go. Leibold, throw in. Winsheimer has the ball. Back to Leibold. Up to Terodde. Winsheimer, Terodde, Onana. Nice pass. Up to Eisfeld. I hope he was not offside. Terodde. Oh, there we go. Good start. Good start. Very happy with that. Terodde, I have to say, he's actually he was bought this season. I do like him. Nice pass from Onana up to Eisfeld. Has a good first touch as well. This is why, you know, his speed, he might not be fast, but in this situation, he's definitely better to have up there than Yatta, for example, who has much worse first touch. And his passing is much worse as well. We're definitely, I mean, the stats reflect the game. We're supposed to have 1 goal pretty much, and we have 1 goal. I keep saying 1 goal. I don't really understand why. Whenever I do these videos, my English becomes way worse, or maybe it just is terrible without me knowing it. So far, I'm gonna say, you know, I'm pleased. I'm happy. I can't say anything else. You know, what am I? What can I expect from my players? I'm not a tyrant. They're absolutely delighted with that. So good. You know, it was a good choice. Leibold up to Antwi Adje. I'm guessing nothing's gonna happen here, but you never know. Ooh, not fast enough, unfortunately. Wagnerman has control of that one. Really like Wagnerman. Both Wagnerman and Ambrosius. Ooh, Antwi Ajay. Dudziak, are you gonna take a shot somewhere? Someone here? Eisfeld? Look at that. Look at that. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say it was a? Did I say it was a goodbye? Hmm. I feel I am so proud of my boy. Of my boy. I wasn't, I'll be honest, I was more hyped for him before he came. After he came, I looked at his stats again. I wasn't sure if it was actually the right thing. He was definitely something different from Yatta or Nari, but I wasn't sure if I made the right call, and I'm feeling pretty vindicated right now. So our players are getting a little bit complacent. Ulreich is having a bit of a terrible match, in fact. We're getting up to the 70th minute. So far, we've never been in danger. Oh, nice one, Ambrosius. Oh, what I was going to say about Ambrosius and Wagnerman. They're actually reaching, you know, Bundesliga level stats. They're doing really well. I haven't gotten any offers or interest for them yet. I'm worried that we're going to get that in the future. But I have gotten interest in, or for Tim Leibold. In fact, Bayer Leverkusen were thinking of buying him during the transfer period. Luckily for us, they never actually came with an offer, so I didn't have to, you know, start a fight with them over this. That's something I don't like. You need to move quicker. That's don't like that at all. That was pretty terrible. Pretty terrible defense. Look at him. No one's closing him down. Dudziak should be there, but then Ambrosius and Wagnerman, you guys should be on him. Should not be letting him get through you so easily. Question is, are we gonna do some substitutions? I do think it could be a good idea. Maybe we take off Wagnerman. I don't, I feel like it's so scary to take off my good players now all the time. We can take off Antwi Adjei at least. I'll put on Sonny Kittel for him. Kittel is always a good player, so I'm totally fine with that. I think what we could do is we could put on Gideon Jung for Onana, even though Onana. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna regret that one. We're gonna take Gideon Jung for Dudziak because. No, what did I do now? No, I did the same thing. I mean Gideon Jung for Onana. Yeah, that's what I meant. We're gonna put Dudziak in the advanced playmaker role, and then we're gonna play Gideon Jung in the ball-winning midfield. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. I want to control the midfield. That's important to me. I'm not going to make any more substitutions probably until the 80th minute. It's a little bit scary to have 0.33 expected goals against and we conceded a goal anyway, Clearly, again, it's the concentration. At least what I'm assuming. I think we're going to play Amaechi, put him on instead of Eisfeld. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. We're going to put on Yatta. He works better defensively. Then I think we're going to put on Hinterseer up on top for Winsheimer. I think Winsheimer has had a few, pretty average performances lately, and I think it's because we're playing him a little bit too much. So I want to take him off from time to time and give Hinterseer some minutes instead. Might also increase his value since we're planning on selling him in the summer transfer window anyway. Come on, I want you to push a bit. Push, push. No, don't give him a chance to shoot. Have to be. There we go, Kittel. Well done. Up to Hinterseer. Now we counter. Counter. Jung up. Oh, that's interesting. Jung one-on-one. Yeah, I was not expecting that to go in. Still playing with a balanced mentality right now. You might say, hey, Victor, why don't you go more defensive? Again, oh, well, nice save. Nice header. I never believe in the defensive. I never believe in the defensive mentality in these games, and watch them score now. But no, it just never works. It never works. Never, unless you're severely undermatched. Then maybe you can make it. You can get it to work, but otherwise, no. Definitely a little bit leaky today. Shouldn't have conceded one goal. 2 goals for, however, is perfectly in line with what we should have. We weren't more or less clinical than we should have been. Gonna still say it's a good win. Again, we win by 1 goal, but it's just the Hamburg way. It's quite funny. Yeah, look at that, 3rd place. Our goal difference, not the best. Hannover is definitely ahead of us there, but still, who cares? We're only 1 point behind them. Yeah, sure, they scored 12 goals more than we did, or differential. But hell, don't care. And we have superb dressing room atmosphere. Everyone loves playing for the club. Fantastic. So, good match today. Definitely want to keep this up. I think next time we're probably going to have the Hannover game, right? That might be the game that will decide. The Bochum and Hannover game might decide actually who's going to win the division this year. And it's so important. I really, really, really want to win it. In the Bundesliga, if I remember correctly, both the first and the second team go directly up, and the third team has to play a qualification match. And I don't think that we can win that. We don't have a good team, and if we're playing against an actual Bundesliga team, no chance, I think. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll keep on the winning streak and maybe put ourselves in a good position before we play the match, but you never know. I'll see you again back with Hannover. Bye bye.